Out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one on. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover, that fuck him up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Tryna
What the stadium really sounded like Durant, not like us.
That was the worst Super Bowl halftime show I've ever seen.
Alright, let's hear what you have to say.
Nobody was saying this about Beyonce's halftime show. Because Beyonce's halftime show, unlike Kendrick's, had amazing choreography. Kendrick's choreography was boring. It had amazing costume design. Kendrick's costume design was boring. It had amazing set design. Kendrick's sets were boring. And Beyonce performed a wide list of songs that actually resonate with a large portion of the US population. You can't say the same thing for Kendrick's performance. People want a halftime show that is both visually and musically impressive. And Kendrick's performance was neither of those things.
The numbers are in. Kendrick Lamar is officially the highest all-time viewed halftime Super Bowl performance act ever. Michael Jackson previously held the all-time high. He had 133.4 million viewers in 1993 for his blockbuster of a Super Bowl performance. And now Kendrick Lamar can officially take the #1 seat, being the most viewed. And I'm just wondering, like, is Drake okay? Has anyone checked on him? Because that's rough. And let's just give like a very, very well-deserved round of applause to Kendrick Lamar, because yes, a lot of people tuned in for the pettiness, but my gosh, this guy is able to build in history, build in so much meaning into his performance as he did that day. And it's turning into an absolute cultural force, and I'm here for it. So good job.
Let me tell you how big Kendrick performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl is. Not only was Not Like Us a fatal blow to Drake's reputation, but Drake made it worse by threatening to sue Kendrick and any label that associates with him. One of the main reasons Drake threatened to sue these labels is to get Kendrick to not be able to perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. See, Drake understands these big businesses only care about money, and if something is a brand risk, they're very unlikely to do it because they don't care about music. However, Kendrick Lamar performing it anyway just put a nail in Drake's coffin, because it shows even though Drake tried to pull some puppet strings and control Kendrick said, I can't be controlled. The labels get mad at me. I don't care. You will not control me. And it also says, I can't be bought. You can threaten to sue me for everything I have. I'm going to do this. You don't call the shots here. I do. Drake just made this guy so much bigger than he already was. Talk about making a mountain out of a molehill. If Drake didn't say anything and Kendrick performed it, it still would have been bad on Drake. But the fact that Kendrick went through with the threats and the possibilities of labels retaliating against him for not listening, and then Apple Music went on Twitter and spammed Not Like Us. Are the labels against Drake now too? I don't think it's over for Drake forever. But man, did he get outplayed. He got outplayed so hard, but he got extremely outplayed. He was better off not responding to the diss. But Kendrick had him in a checkmate because he had to respond. He couldn't not do it. Kendrick understood Drake's ego would not allow him to ignore it. And Kendrick's fans are so, they would have never let it go. How come you never dissed Kendrick back? And Kendrick knew that would, so Drake had no choice but to fall in line and get to this destination. And anytime he tried to respond, it only made things worse. The thing is, Kendrick attacked Drake. So he's supposed to be seen as the aggressor, but nobody sees it like that. Kendrick basically turned in a Majin Buu and absorbed Drake's energy. And the more Drake fought, the more his energy got absorbed. There was no way out of this. Best Drake can do is give it a year, however much time got to pass, and just start dropping bangers again, and eventually people will remember, but he could still be on top. What do you think? Drake is the #1 streaming artist on all streaming platforms. Kendrick Lamar called himself the boogeyman, and he actually might be. We've never seen anything like this in rap history, let alone music history.
Zulkarnain Nantambu, the performer who raised a Sudanese-Palestinian flag during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show, has no regrets about his protest, which he says was a message of solidarity with the victims of conflicts in Sudan and Gaza. The self-proclaimed freedom fighter explained that his actions were inspired by his faith in Islam, not politics. Nantambu, who had been hired as a participant in the show and was involved in the Super Bowl preparations for 2 weeks, unfurled the flag on a car prop during Lamar's set, ran around the field, and was quickly removed by security, exposing a significant security lapse at the event. While banned from NFL stadiums for life, he has not been charged. Nantambu maintains the protest was not part of Lamar's performance, stating that the rapper had no prior knowledge of his actions. Despite facing backlash, Nantambu has been praised on social media for drawing attention to the conflicts and standing up for Muslims in these regions. Did you notice this during the halftime performance?
The ratings are in, and there was a bit of entertainment history made. Kendrick Lamar's halftime show was the most watched performance in the history of the game, with 133.5 million people tuning in. That is a larger audience than the Super Bowl game itself. So much for those on the right claiming people turn the TV off. No, they sang, turn the TV off. And for those keeping track, that's over 100 million more than the 24.6 million viewers that tuned in to watch President Donald Trump's second inauguration. Even the YouTube video of the halftime show uploaded yesterday already has more views than Trump's coronation. No need to be humble.
What would you take seeing the halftime show yesterday with Kendrick doing Not Like Us?
It meant nothing to me.
You talked about Drake before as great, this scramble for in the past, so that's what I'm wondering is, do you have any thoughts on what you...
No thoughts. I didn't really pay attention to it, to be honest. It was a pretty boring day. As for a Super Bowl, the game was a little... Yeah, the game got out of hand. The Super Bowl halftime show was just... I didn't pay attention to it. It was just I kind of skimmed through the whole thing, to be honest.
To everyone online expressing how much they did not enjoy Kendrick's halftime performance, let me just say this to you. He doesn't care. He doesn't care whether we liked that performance or not. And I know this because he opened up the most important performance of his career with unreleased music. The man doesn't care. And then he proceeded to use almost all of his time to perform GNX, an album that just came out. He does not care. That performance, if you know anything about Kendrick and you've been following his career, that performance was the most Kendrick Lamar thing I have ever seen. That he took the most important performance of his career, the most important moment of his career to say F mainstream media. And you know what else? Within 24 hours, he has already surpassed Usher's YouTube views within 24 hours. He already won. He don't care.
All know there's a certain set of people that's going around different states waving flags, marching. Y'all, I'm going to do a full breakdown on everything Kendrick was trying to say, so y'all stay tuned.